guys, Barbara here. I'm here today with an update on a review that I did about 1.5 years ago. I reviewed the Blendtec Blender. Now, it was around Christmas time 2014 and Costco had a roadshow going on and they had a rep from the Blendtec people in there and he was making a lot of wonderful menus or recipes with the blender. I was impressed right away because I liked that the blender was very simple. It took up very little counter space and it only had the base and the canister and it pretty much blended everything. And it pretty much was easy to clean. So I like the price too. There was a $50 discount if we bought it that day. So I brought it home for like $274. I did several reviews on it. And if you guys have not seen those reviews, I'll put like cards in this video for you guys to go take a look. But I absolutely loved the blender. And since then, we've been using it at least 3 to 4 times a week. It's sat there on my counter. I got rid of all my other blenders except for one. I'm going to show you the one at the end. And pretty much we were using it for everything. Jada was making horchata. Jada's my daughter, for those of you that are not familiar with the show. She was making horchata, which involves blending rice, which is hard on blenders, but they said you could do all that. Joe was making his smoothies from frozen fruits and vegetables. And I would make like marinades, you know, to go on my meats and stuff, which involves just blending some vegetables like cilantro, onions, tomatoes, stuff like that. And I was also making healthy ice cream from Jello pudding and Greek yogurt and ice cubes and some milk and stuff like that. So we were really getting our use out of this blender. That is until a couple nights ago. It was on a Saturday night that Joe decided to make a smoothie. He wanted to have it ready for the morning. And I was inside the room editing, and I don't like to be bothered when I'm editing. So he came to the door and he's like, I think your blender's going out. So of course there was like a big old knot in my stomach. I'm like, which one? Because I told you guys I have another blender on the counter. And he says, your good one. And I was like, what did you do? And he says, I didn't do anything. I did what I always do. I had enough water in it, blah, blah, blah. And so I was just like, you know what, leave it there, unplug it, and we will deal with that in a couple of days. Just let it rest for a couple of days. So I let it rest till Monday because this happened on Saturday night. And then on Monday, I told him, okay, let me get my camera so I can record because I'm going to do an update on this if this thing has truly gone out. So here we go. Please, if you're using headphones, take them out because I'm not going to lower the volume on the clip that I'm going to show you because I want you to hear how the motor is going, all that stuff. And if not, just lower your volume on your computer, okay? So here we go. Take a look at the following clips. So now I'm gonna have to do what I really hate to do. I hate taking stuff back to the store, but we're gonna take this back down to Costco and see what will happen. We bought it December 2014 because that's when I put up the last video. And I don't have the box, I don't have the manuals, I don't have anything but the blender. So let's see what happens, okay? Let's go. Show the money. This one. I really and truly love this blender, and I really thought it was like the best blender that I could have here in the kitchen for the price. You know, there are other expensive blenders out there that I can't afford. And I don't know if you guys are aware of the fact that I am not a sponsored show, which means the manufacturers or the distributors do not send me these things for me to use for free and then come back and give my review. My reviews are unsolicited and they're honest because I use the things that the way I'm going to use the thing. I don't necessarily use the thing the way the infomercial says, you know? So I was like so upset because I'm like, what am I going to do now? So at first, Monday morning, because today is Tuesday, I went ahead on the internet and I started Googling it, and a lot of people were coming up saying that their blender was doing the same thing. They didn't see any smoke, but they smelled the smell of burning, and the motor just did exactly that. And some people were saying, well, you have to turn the blade, you know, manually every couple of days, blah, blah, blah. I mean, who has to do that with their blenders, right? I didn't think I had to do that because we were using it 3 to 4 times a week. So I called the kids and I'm like, what should I do? Should I contact the manufacturer? Because they made it seem like you have to go through the manufacturer, because I've owned the thing like 18 months. And the kids are like, no, don't go through any manufacturer, Mom. You bought that thing at Costco. They have the best return policy and we never abuse it. So just go back and tell them what happened and see what they'll do. If they'll take it back, they'll take it back. If not, they'll send you to the manufacturer. My heart is a little bit broken, guys, because I really love the blender and I was like even tempted to say go back and buy another one, but then why? If this is going to be a flaw with it, then 18 months down the line, I'm going to be in the same predicament. I can't buy it from Costco again because they only had it there when it was a roadshow, so I would have to go buy it online or something. So pretty much what we decided to do was take our money and invest in something else that we really needed. And that's the next thing that I'm going to review, okay? But I'm going to do a comparison review on it. So it might be the next video coming up or it might be the video after the next one. But I really wanted to come and update you guys. I'm very disappointed. I'm very saddened that this blender just kind of burned up on us. And we had 18 good months use out of it, if that's anything. But the warranty was for 7 years. And from what I read on Google, it seemed like they would send me like a refurbished one. I don't want a refurbished one. I bought a new one. It was supposed to work for what you said it was supposed to work for. And even when Joe was doing the smoothies, he said he noticed that the guy put a lot less liquid when he did his smoothies. So it's not a liquid thing. So basically, I had to come back and tell you guys what happened because like I said earlier, I'm not sponsored. So I have the privilege and the right to come back and tell you guys this because I'm not being paid by them. And I think I want to keep my show like that. I mean, Google AdSense is like up and down like that, but I'd rather have it that way than to be paid, you know, through product or through any kind of monetary compensation to do these reviews. And then I can't come back and tell you guys what happened, right? So you guys be warned, if you're looking at the Blendtec, I was formerly for it, really gung-ho about it, and now I'm so against it. And let me show you what blender I still have on my counter. The NutriBullet is still going strong, and no, I'm not sponsored by the Bullet people. I still have the Magic Bullet up here in this cabinet, but I don't really need to use it because the NutriBullet does everything else the Magic Bullet can do. Don't forget to rate, comment, like, subscribe, and share.